Alright, so this is density in 2D notes. We will do density in 3D, but that'll involve volume. So this is 2D, we're dealing with density. This is dealing with area. And specifically in 2D, we call it population density. Population density equals population over land area. I'm gonna have y'all write some stuff on top of these words just to help you understand them a little bit better. Population, that word itself, is basically the total number of people or things. I say things because it could be something other than people. A lot of times it is people for population, but sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's weight. Sometimes it's, on this first problem, it's the amount of bacteria in a petri dish. It could be other things too, like, I'm trying to think. What else we run into? I don't know, we get there, I'll point it out to you. But it can be more than just people though. Population isn't just considered a person. Land area. Your land area will be your square units. They'll give you that unless you're looking for it, but it'll be in square units. That's how you'll know it's your land area. And then the population density would be people or things per square unit. So the idea of it is finding out how dense an area is, or a certain area is. It could be anything, like I said. But if you're talking about like a town or something, or even like this school, I don't know the land area of this school, but I'm sure it's pretty decent size. You would take that and divide it by the population of the school, which probably is somewhere around 4,000 kids, and you divide that, and it'll tell you basically how many kids per square foot we have in the school, that kind of thing. That's population density. That's what it is. Alright. Doing it. During an experiment, the same type of bacteria is grown in 2 petri dishes. Y'all should know what petri dishes are. Y'all been in science. Petri dish A has a diameter of 51 millimeters and has approximately 4,000 bacteria after an hour. Petri dish B has a diameter of 75 millimeters and has approximately 72,000 bacteria after 1 hour. Determine and state which petri dish has a greater population density of bacteria at the end of the first hour. So we want to know which one has a greater population density at the end of the first hour. Things you need to consider. I'm going to write the population. No, I ain't going to write it out for it first. For population density, you need a population and then you need a land area. We do have population here for both petri dishes. They give me the 40,000 in the first one, 72,000 in the second petri dish. That's the number of bacteria. Thing I'm missing is the land area, or the area of the petri dish. I can find that though because now you're good with area and you know what shape this is, so you should be able to spit it out to me. What's the formula to find the area of this petri dish? A equals pi r squared. I'm going to write it under both because that's what we're using. A equals pi r squared under both. If that's the case, you know using pi r squared, so you need r. What is my radius on the first one? 25.5. My radius for my second one? 37.5. Alright, so we need to find area of both of these petri dishes. A equals 3.14 times 25.5 times 25.5. Round to the nearest thousands. They didn't tell us. Anytime on here we don't tell you how to round to the nearest thousands. Thank you, sir. On my second one, A equals 3.14 times 37.5 times 37.5. Alright. Those are my two areas that I'm going to use. Those are my land areas. Out to the right here. So I want to set up population density for Petrie A and Petrie B. Petrie A, and then Petrie B. And I'm going to write the formula out every time. So it's PD equals pop over LA. I didn't tell y'all, but I abbreviate. Obviously, I'm not about to write those whole words out every time, but y'all should know what everything means. PD is population density, pop is population, LA is land area. Alright. So I'm looking for my population density. So my population was 40,000 for Petri dish 1, A, divided by the land area, which was 2,041.785. So doing that, I'll get my density of my first one. One more time? Nah, I think you went the wrong way here. 19.591. There we go. Second one, PD equals 72,000 divided by 4,415.625. Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you. So once you get those, it's pretty easy to see which one has the greater population density. Petri dish A. So one thing my kids used to assume, they try not to do work. They assume that the bigger Petri dish was going to have the bigger population density. That's not how population density works. It's not based on something being bigger than something else. It's based on how much is in a certain area. Even though this Petri dish is bigger, it has less population density because per the area there's less bacteria. In this smaller Petri dish is 40,000, but there's a lot more bacteria in this smaller area than there is in this bigger area here. So that's why this number was bigger. But this is population density in a nutshell. That's how you do it straightforward. Obviously, we're not only going to solve for population density, we're going to end up solving for population, we're going to end up solving for land area too. So we may have to work backwards. Ain't no may about it. We're about to do it on the next problem. Number 2 says a county has a population density of 257 people per square mile. The county population is 4,288. What is the area of the county? Round to the nearest square mile if necessary. Thank you, sir, but let us get that first. Yes, that is correct. On this one, PD equals pop over LA. On this one, it's nice enough to tell us what everything is, so we don't have to label. It just tells you flat out in there population density of 257. So where I got PD at in my formula, I'm putting 257 there. Equals, and then it tells me my county population is 4,288. So that's my population over my land area, which they want me to find the area, or what is the area. So I put a variable there, put X. And we need to work backwards. Y'all should know how to solve this by now though. Times X, cancels. 257, X equals 4,288. Divide by 257. X equals, what decimal you got, bro?
16.
He rounded it.
No, I
No, give me the decimal first. 6.685. I think that's what I had last time. So that's your decimal, but like I said, say round to the nearest square mile. So when I get ready to tell them land area, I'm going to say land area equals 17 miles squared. If we cool, I'm sliding. Number 3, a town has a population density of 347.9807 per square mile. The town has an area of 10 miles squared. What is the town's population? This one we find the population. Set the formula up again. PD equals pop over LA. My density is 347.9807. My population is what I'm looking for. Variable goes there. Land area, they told me 10 miles squared, so 10. So once I set it up correctly, so times 10 cancels. You just multiply them by 10 so it makes life easier. Exactly, so we're going to talk about that. Exactly. Oh, now you're getting back smart today. Good. Like DJ's saying, once we get this number 3,479.807, that's what we get for the population. Population, if it's people, if it's a town population, we can't have 0.807 of a person, and we can't round up to make that a whole person, so we're going to drop that off. We're going to round down. Our population is going to be 3,479. Alright. Number 4. It says let's mix it up. It ain't too much different. Only thing different with these, and these will be more like what you'll see too. These problems don't specifically say, hey, this is the population density. Hey, this is population. Hey, this is land area. You have to figure that out for yourself based on reading it. So number 4, it says the roof of a small home in Miami is 810 square feet. The clay tiles required to cover the roof weigh 3,240 pounds. How many pounds does a square foot of clay tiles weigh? So you got to figure out what you're finding on this one. 810 square feet represents which part of my formula? Land area, right? So I put LA on that. And then they also say the roof itself weighs 3,240 pounds, which I think that is. I heard 2 different things. Nah, that's going to be my population. That's total weight. This is my pop. Look at the question. It says, how many pounds does a square foot of clay tile weigh? That's population density. We know the total amount of pounds. They want to know how many pounds a square foot of tile will weigh. That would be density. Alright, so on this one, PD equals pop over LA. I just keep writing it so you can remember it, because once again, this formula won't be given to you. You have to remember it yourself. The more you write it down, the more you'll probably remember it. It's a method to my madness. So PD equals, what was the density? Yeah, 4 pounds. So 4 pounds per foot squared. Or square foot, foot square, whichever way you want to say it, same thing. That's LBS. That's my pounds. Alright. Yeah, okay. 5, 6, and 7, I want y'all to roll on your own. I'm going to come back and put the assist on number 8. Do 5, 6, and 7. I'm gonna come back. But you can do number. I want Jayla, I'm back. It says, so this is number 8 on the back. The Tropicana Company has cleared more land to grow additional orange trees. The land will have the same density as the initial land area where they were already growing orange trees. What would be the approximate number of orange trees available to be grown in the newly cleared land? Alright. So setup is out here to your right. First thing, they said the land will have the same density as the initial land area. What you want to know is what that initial density was. You need to start there. So you need to find your population density of this area right here, the small area. To find population density, once again, let's label. For population density, you need pop and land area. Oh, I didn't know I wasn't showing you that over here. So those two things I need. Population is easy to see. What's the population of this little area right here? Real quick. 6, right? And then you need land area. To find a land area, what shape is it? Alright, so length times width, 4 times 6, area equals 24. So over here, for my population density, I'm doing 6 over 24. 6 over 24 is going to give me 0.25. That is my population density. We're going to use that same density in the new land area. If that's the case, to find the population of the new area, I need to find that land area over there in the new section, and then I need to work backwards. You paying attention to anything I just said, Kayla? What I said? I know you can't, because I'm watching you talk to somebody else. And I just told you this is an important problem to me. I made it myself. You're hurting my feelings. Yeah, I found little oranges online and everything and dropped them in. I did a whole little thing. Yes.
Really?
Yes. I'll show you my little original.
Do you edit your videos?
No, I leave it all like this. Yes.
Oh shit.
Alright. So you need land area. For the new land area. Well, since you already did it, go ahead, DJ. Talk me through this.
Also, when you do the area, so like you gotta find the area that's a square in the triangle.
Square and a triangle, so you split right here.
Yeah. And then diagram theorem.
Let's do the square first, man. It's
Alright,
easy.
square first, you're 16 squares, so 16 squares.
Oh, 16, 16, 16.
No, that's perimeter, like it's not.
I know what I'm saying.
16 times 16, that's 256. And then you gotta use the diagram theorem.
Why you gotta do that up here? What you missing? You gotta tell me. So we got area of the square.
Okay, 16, because like that's the triangle is half of like the square or whatever, so it's 8. 8 people.
He jumping all around. Let me help y'all out. So I gotta explain things one by one with him. So 16 meters down here, so you should know up here the square is 16 meters. I mean the top of the square is 16 meters, which is the bottom of the triangle or the base of the triangle. From there, what DJ is trying to tell you, but he can't articulate it. For a triangle, you know you need base and a height. We're missing our height. So he's saying up here he's going to split, since this is down the middle, 8 and 8, so he can do Pythagorean theorem.
And then after that, I put the C is 10, 8 is B, and the height is 8.
Okay, so you said a squared plus 8 squared equals 10 squared.
And that's 8 squared plus 64 equals 100. And then when you subtract that, that's 36. And then you square it, or find the square root, you get 6, which is 8. And then
36 square root, height is 6, so a equals 6. So this is my height, 6 meters. Now you can find the area of the triangle. Area of a triangle, 1/2. So a equals 1/2.
And really, you don't have to use the 1/2 because you're going to.
Yeah, because you could have just had it, but I'm gonna do it the regular way so kids don't mess up. 16 times 6. I know what you're saying, but some kids don't see it that way.
I didn't do 60 times 6.
I know you did 8 times 6. Huh?
You said 96.
What? Well, we need half of that though.
48.
Alright, so 48, this is meters squared. So those are my two areas, 256 and 48. My total area then would be what? Or my total land area? My total LA would be 304. This is meters squared. That's just me adding 256 and 48 together. Please don't be confused about that.
You already did the 4 by 6, whatever that is.
Yeah, I did that already.
Alright.
So exactly. What you need to see over here still? I'm moving, girl. What we got? I got a lot going on here. I'm moving. I'm sliding. We're good? Yeah. Oh my God. What's up? I added 256, my square, and 48, my triangle. So I got my total land area of my new land is 304. My population density that I want over there is 0.25 because I want to have the same population density that I had in my small land area. So if that's the case, I'm looking for population. So you need to set this up that way. So you need to set it as PD. I'm going to just label again. Pop over LA. In this case, I already know my population density is 0.25. So 0.25 here equals, and I'm looking for my population, which is X, over my land area, which is 304. Times 304 times 304 cancels. X equals 76. Population is 76. Trees. Guess I'll write it all the way up. Yeah. So disclaimer, nope. This is number 2 on your practice. You just need to take this extra step of dividing by 17.6 at the end. There we go.